Hey, Vicky. Good afternoon, sweetheart. We finally made it on, right? Mm. Let it flow. Hey, this is a new song, Vicky. Can you hear the song? This is a new one. I need to make sure that I mention that I have and own no rights, copyrights to the music that's playing. Come on in, come on in. I'm so glad you decided to come and join me on this afternoon. I was going to do this inside of our messenger group with the Face It group for challengers for Cycle 4, Miss Victoria Stroud, and also Equasto Kathy. So everybody who are here on the Obedient Woman of God page, please give them a round of applause because they showed up for them. They showed up for themselves. I am so proud of them. Today is day 5 of the challenge. We met on Saturday for a meet and greet. So I am so excited to share with them on this journey of loving self because that's what Face It is about. We're conquering issues by confronting them. So it looks like everything is sounding good. I see Vicky is responding. So I see I can go ahead and move right along. But I welcome you all in. Thank you so much for meeting me here at the Obedient Woman of God page. It's one of my new pages that I established that will kind of correlate and be aligned with my Face It Challenge women's ministry. Well, I can't say it's a Face It Challenge women's ministry, but in establishing the Face It Challenge, I started walking in my purpose with establishing a women's ministry. So I'm so excited. But I am that loud, lively, and lovely Marquetta Reed, life comfort and push coach. I'm so happy to be here sharing with each and every one of you. Come in, enjoy the flow of the music because this is a place I'm just going to go ahead and try to flow. I do have some notes. Yes. I have some things jotted down I wanted to share in the messenger group. But since I wasn't able to join with everybody there, I got the liberty to come and join here and just share with everybody publicly what Face It is about, to just share on what we have already begun to do, the work that we've begun, and in hopes the next 21 days we'll have a graduation presentation and we will celebrate those two wonderful, beautiful ladies that decided to show up for them and let God crown them figuratively, okay, and spiritually, okay. He's going to do some great work with them, but hey, a man who does not work cannot eat. So they have some work to do. They have some work to do. And we had a meet and greet on this past Saturday at 10 o'clock. Equasto joined up there and she was able to just be free in the atmosphere and allow God to minister to her. So I'm so elated about what took place. Also on this Saturday, beginning about 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m., over at Rebirth Fellowship in Columbia, Tennessee, there will be a momentum conference. Women, hey, men alike, you guys come on out and join us. The kingdom will be lifted up. We will show God all the glory and respect and honor because that's what we do. There are some other women that will be speaking there. Dr. Doris Riley will be in the house. Salida Johnson is the host and founder of that conference, as well as her ministry. I believe it's Waiting Women Ministry. So she has put a wonderful, wonderful group of women together, and I am starting to feel the pull on today. So be prayerful. There will be evangelist Ramona Calhoun. There will be also prophetess Precious Dixon, myself. Pray for me. And let's see, was there another lady? I will actually share the flyer a little bit later on this page. So please go back or come back and check it out. I have already posted it already, but I will post it again. So please come back and share with us. Let's see what Vicky is saying. I sent this to the group just in case they had the same moment I did. I know that's right. I so love you, Vicky. Vicky. I so love you. God is doing beautiful, wonderful things. Look, wonderful things in your house. And he is so, so pleased. He is so, so pleased with you. So again, you got your hands up. So I want to know if you can hear the lyrics to that song. It is Todd Delaney. Let me see if I can go to it and share with you the name of the song. It's called Let It Flow by Todd Delaney. And my niece was playing it in her car. I was like, send me that song, okay? But here we are at the Obedient Woman of God page. I am so excited. I have my logo paid for. I'm beginning to get products put together. So during the graduation presentation, there will be more products from Wombedience. There will also be some, not specifically vendors there, but there will be products from other vendors who so graciously decided to sponsor and share some things to help me build this craft and brand with Wombedience and just loving on women, because that's what I love to do, as lifting women up, encouraging them, empowering them. I am a cheerleader for life. You hear me? I'm a cheerleader for life. So I'm just so glad that God chose me. I am a true, true willing vessel. And I hope that you meet me in my heart's position, not in my head, meets me in my heart's position, because I truly, truly, truly love to see other women win. I've been that way all of my life, even when I was at the blunt end of the stick, where I was being picked on and bullied. And my grandmother had me and my sisters to wear skirts all the way down to our ankles, covering our legs and covering our body. And we would get bullied and picked on. I decided to change the response of the bullying by joining in with them in laughter, and I would dance or I would celebrate myself as they decided to try to attempt to tear me down. I will celebrate with them, and every time they would say something negative about my clothing or about how my hair looked back then, I would encourage myself, and I never, never took in the bullying or allowed them to overpower me with words. So I've always been a cheerleader, always been a cheerleader. And in high school, I did actually try out. My best friend, Tanisha Dennis, she was like, you can't try out for cheerleading because you flicked it. And so she was trying to tell me how to hold my hands, you know what I'm saying, to do some of the cheers. And really, I was flicked it. But guess what? They allowed me to be a part of the cheerleader squad in Osceola High School, and I enjoyed my sisters on the cheerleading squad. We always came together in unity. We would make all types of flyers and stuff for the football players and make their footballs with their numbers on them. So, anyways, I'm a cheerleader for life, okay? Look, your words don't hurt me. Remember how mom used to tell teach us sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will never hurt us. Guess what? They do, but it depends on how we perceive them. So over time, those words did catch up with me. And I started to see myself in adulthood differently because life had happened to your girl. Life had happened to me. And what life happening to me, I had fell into a place of depression, and I was losing my own self-worth. I was losing my self-esteem. I was losing the healthier part of myself. So later on down the line, when I accepted Christ into my heart, the Lord ordained me in February of last year. Also, I'm newly married. For those of you who don't know me, I'm newly married to Omar Reed. It'll be our second year approaching in November. But basically, I had started losing the healthier part of myself, and God had asked me to step out. Thank you. Thank you so much for those hearts. I love you so much. I had he wanted me to step away from my place of employment, and then stepping away from my place of employment, and now it's trying to tell me that my battery is going low. Isn't that crazy? Stay with me. I'm gonna get everything hooked up so we can keep flowing, because I thought I had it charged up. I'm on my laptop. The phone is charged up, but the laptop is not charged up. That's okay. That's okay. Stay with me. But I had basically was asked in obedience by the Lord to get up and move and leave my place of employment. And in doing that, I became bitter, and started to have self pity. All right, all right, all right. So with that being said, I started to harbor negative emotions and feelings. And let me take these off really quick because I'm starting to see a glare. Let me make sure the hair is good. Okay, okay, okay. All right, all right, all right. But anyways, I had started to take on some negative feelings, um, pity and bitterness, and was not thinking that I would be able to be in strength without the finances or monetary part of my job, because my husband would receive disability. And I was like, how are we going to make it, with just, that income? So coming out of a place of homelessness for a period, the Lord was pulling me out of my comfort zones, and having me increase my faith in him through his comfort, because he's like, okay, you say you trust me. So if you trust me, my sheep know my voice and they follow me. So I left that job, and I looked at the blessing that God was giving me in a negative way initially, because I didn't initially understand it, because my comfort was being taken away from me. So about 5 months, you guys, about 5 months, I was, pitiful. So face it, came out of that. God was dealing with me. Ooh, trying to give y'all a sneak peek, some boobalicious and cleverage. Excuse me, my button popped open. But anyways, God was trying to deal with me, because 5 months after leaving my job, I sat still, you guys. I sat still. I didn't do anything. I just kind of, took in the blessings and fruitfulness of leaving my place of employment in obedience, like God said. But still, my emotions were not matching with how I was presenting myself. Okay, it was not matching. Give me 1 second, you guys. Enjoy the music. Enjoy the music. I'm a caregiver, so let me just make sure everything's okay. Enjoy the music. Thank you so much. Said I'm free in your presence. Said I'm new in your presence. So just let it flow. Let it flow. Said I'm alive in your presence. Say I'm alive in your presence. Oh, so let him flow. Hey, so let him flow. Hey, said I'm free in your presence. Said I'm free in your presence. So just let him. Said let him. Oh God, I'm alive in your presence. Said I'm alive in your presence. So just let him. Hey, so just because there is breakthrough in your presence. There is breakthrough in your presence. Hey, so just let me in. Hey, so that hey, so there is healing in your presence. There is healing in your presence. So just let me in. Hey, so just let me in. All right, all right. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you so much for staying with me. Let me get back situated. All right, I'm gonna just cut the music down just a little bit. All right, but where I was in my story, I had started to look at the gift that God had given me of liberty by leaving my place of employment and basically beginning a increased relationship with Him to increase my faith, to increase my trust and relationship with Him. And I was bitter, you guys. So I sat those 5 months, and so I went to a Wailing Women's Conference with a sister, Katrina. She invited me to a Wailing Women's Conference. And at that conference, the lady or woman of God of the house, she called me out. And when she called me out, she wanted me to come before the altar. Okay. I hadn't basically been acting different. I didn't think I was acting different around my friends or my family, but internally something was going on and God wanted me to deal with what that was, that bitterness, that pity, and just, my self-worth, was decreasing, or my self-esteem was decreasing because I was kind of lost. But God had already given me a vision. God had already showed me what He wanted me to do. But because it was so great, I was like, what am I going to do with that? Like, how can I do that? But God never told me to do anything. He just asked me to be obedient. That's all He asked me to do. So here I am at this Wailing Women's Conference, and I'm approaching the altar, and I go to extend my hands in surrenderance. And I am going to, share about, are you loving yourself? That's basically what this whole live is about. Are you loving yourself? Are you facing the issues that you need to face? Are you addressing the things that you're dealing with internally? Because the only way that you can have content with self or love somebody else is to have content with self. So, sharing my story a little bit for those who are new and really don't know me. Um, I'm at the altar and I'm in surrenderance. And basically, the woman of God over the house, we were at New Life in Columbia, Tennessee. And it's Lady Elect Missy Taylor. Love the Taylors. So, and I love fellowshipping with them whenever I'm able to. So she called me out, and I'm standing at the altar. Okay, I'm in surrenderance. I have a heavenly language. So um, I'm at the altar, and she asked one of the other prophetess or women at the altar who were working the altar to come and begin to pray with me. So I never met this woman before, and she is Miss Olivia. I believe her last name is Spencer. Olivia Spencer. I hope that's correct. We're new Facebook friends. I didn't know her personally. She didn't know anything about me, didn't know I was a new minister or anything. We didn't know anything about each other. So she began to approach me, and she's looking me in my eyes, you guys. And to me, it was a bit awkward. So I was like, well, let me close my eyes. And when I closed my eyes, I began to lift up my heavenly language, right? And so something made me hush instead of beginning to lift up my heavenly language. It was like the Lord was telling me to silence myself, my inner self, and to remain in surrenderance and receive. But before the receive came about, that I was understanding I needed to receive, we're standing in front of one another. And she is, I mean, she's discerning things and she's listening to the Lord. And she just begins to speak into my life. And she tells me, I hear ungodly conversations. And immediately, so look, y'all know I'm the positive chick, okay? I lift up everybody, encourage. I'm not behind the scene talking about nobody and like, getting information over here and then taking information over there. That is not me. So immediately I was like, who you talking to? Who you talking about? Because that's not me. But there wasn't a pleading yet. It didn't happen yet. I kind of tried to calm myself and refrain from having, a dispute at the altar with these women. I was trying to conduct myself properly because I'm like, first of all, why did Lady Elect call me out? Because I didn't ask for prayer, okay? But see, God was doing something. God was doing something. And because my spirit was calling out and I was praying unto the Lord, there were some things going on inside of me, the inside, and God wanted to deal with me. So basically, I'm at the altar. Miss Olivia's staring me down, and she's like, and I'm like shaking my head, like, no, you got it mixed up. Like I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm expressing this in my body language. I'm not really saying it out of my mouth, but I'm expressing it. And she said, I know I hear the Lord, and I know I hear the Spirit correctly. I hear ungodly conversations. And so the Lord spoke. He said, receive the prophet. You guys, when I tell you I began to drop alligator tears, like, what's going on? Why, what's up? Why? Okay, let me humble myself, let me quiet my spirit, let me just, receive the prophet, like God is telling me, receive the prophet.